Howdy YouTube, Eznix here with a little video for you, little update for Ezarcher. If you notice, I'm looking at the Ezarcher listing on Distrowatch. Yes, I finally submitted Ezarcher to Distrowatch after years of refusing to do this. A few months ago it happened that someone made a comment on a video pointing out that Distrowatch listed Ezarcher as status unknown discontinued because someone in the past tried to submit it and I had blocked that. I had requested Distrowatch not to list it. However, after another attempt back in last fall, someone else, I think, suggested Distrowatch to suggested Ezarcher to Distrowatch. So I finally gave in. Finally emailed Distrowatch with all the information and description and links, and they put up Ezarcher. So I'm happy to say it has garnered a bit of interest in downloads on my SourceForge page. It's also already gotten 2 reviews, average rating of 7.0. We'll take a look at that in a minute. The listing lists my SourceForge page only, discussion page on SourceForge for forums, download page on SourceForge for downloads, and a Distrowatch gallery, which contains a screenshot of, I guess, back in September, what someone else had suggested to add to Distrowatch. And at the time, this was the screenshot up on SourceForge for the desktop. So that's why I have a gallery already. The latest release, 2602-2, which is the second release in February of 2026, released on or uploaded on the 18th of February. Lists installation methods, Calamares, and Arch install. Now I do include the Arch install script. You're free to use it, knowing that you will get a stock Arch install. You will not get any of my customizations, which aren't many, but you won't get any of my scripts, my help files, my documentation. You won't get the build environment, the templates for my Ezarcher project. You will get a really stock as per Arch install. If you use Calamares, you get all of my documentation, my files, my templates, etc., etc. It does list default desktops. I now have 7: Cinnamon, Cosmic, Gnome, KDE Plasma, LXQt, Mate, and Xfce. It lists package format, Flatpak, and PKG. Now, I didn't really intend on shipping Flatpak with Ezarcher. I never have. However, the Cosmic Desktop, the software center in the Cosmic Desktop, includes as a dependency Flatpak. So I figured, well, if Cosmic Desktop has it, all the desktops should have it, just to maintain consistency. So in the second release of February 2026, that is the major change, is including Gnome software and Flatpak in all of the desktops, except for KDE. Obviously that has Discover, but now also adds Flatpak support. So for those who enjoy Flatpaks, they are now built in to my Ezarcher ISOs and installed systems. You're free to add Flatpak software. Take a look at the ratings here. So first rating, fairly positive, actually very positive. Seems this person has been following me for a while. So thank you very much for leaving the kind words on Distrowatch. The second, and I don't know why someone felt the need to do this, is to complain about the download speed on SourceForge. And because Distrowatch has a word count minimum for their reviews, they repeated the sentence over and over and over until they reached the minimum word count for a review. The reason I find this so funny is that I have always hosted both on SourceForge and archive.org. Now, a few months ago, actually, I assume it's the same person who left this comment. Please, for the love of God, host files elsewhere. Mega upload Google Drive anywhere but SourceForge. That was back in October of 25. I assume it's the same person who complained about my SourceForge download speeds on Distrowatch. Since October, what I've done is made it abundantly clear with a link that this project is also available on archive.org with the link to the project. And there it is. You will always have the current Ezarcher both on SourceForge and archive.org. If one works better than the other, great. I hope both of them work well, but sometimes one will be better than the other depending on your internet connection and your locale. So Ezarcher 2602, if you go to the files, show all, it has the 2602-2 release ISOs, same as SourceForge, has all the build files, documentation, screenshots, and README and MD5 sums for the ISOs. It also has a changelog as well. I wonder if we can open this in a new tab. Let's see if it'll open the text file. Yes. So you can see I am now keeping a running changelog, very terse, very brief, just a major point or two about the current release, any changes from previous releases. So since Cosmic included Flatpak support by default, it's been added to all the ISOs that didn't already have it. Just what I told you before. So we can close this, we can close that. Let's take a look over at the Cinnamon desktop. Cinnamon desktop is running. It's been installed in VirtualBox. Just want to demo the software, Gnome software package in action. So if you open it up, it should take a few seconds to load. The first time you run it, it will refresh data. Well, it will refresh data every time. However, the first time you run it, the refreshing takes a little longer than every other subsequent run. We'll give it a second, of course, give it as much time as it really needs, basically. There's no rushing software, is there? Once it does come up, it will present the Gnome software store. I highly recommend you do not use Gnome software to install Arch repo software or run updates. PackageKit backend does not respect all of the intricacies of Pacman. So let's give a little search here. Let's look for something like a browser. And you can see it's pulling only from Flatpak here. Install, and it will take a few seconds, well, a minute or two, to actually prepare and install the software. What will happen is it will get installed. However, I've noticed it will not be added directly to any of the menus until a log out and log back in. I usually do a reboot just to be safe. I know that's not always necessary, however, makes me feel better to know that the entire system has been rebooted before using any newly installed software, even if it is a containerized system like Flatpak, which is separate, inherently separate from the main installed system. All the dependencies are in the container for the package, in this case, Chromium web browser. So you can see it is preparing. If we look at the little status icons on VirtualBox, we can see the network activity and the hard drive activity while it's preparing. So it is downloading all the components it needs, or the Flatpak it needs, and whatever other Flatpak related dependencies happen to be necessary. Now, none of these are on the ISO, so none of them are installed on your system. I can see we're installing now. We'll be done within seconds here. And we'll take a reboot, and hopefully the Chromium web browser will show up in the proper menu in the desktop environment we're in. Now, I haven't tested this on all desktops. I've tested it on, let's see, Mate, on KDE, on Cosmic, of course, and it does work. You can open the software directly from Gnome software as well. You can open the package you've just installed and run it. But we are going to take a reboot here. I think that's log out. There we go. And a restart. Hi, before I did any of this video, I did run an update on the system in VirtualBox. All of the files, all of the Arch files, packages are up to date, at least from the moment I ran the update, of course. Let's log in. It should re-establish the correct video mode. There we go. Cool. So we have our desktop back. Let's go over to Internet, and now we have Chromium. First time you run it, it might take a few more seconds than normal. Let's take a look. Very good. So we have Chromium web browser Flatpak installed with Gnome software. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoy Ezarcher if you should decide to use it. It is a very standard Arch-based installed system. So have fun, take care, stay safe. You'll see me in another video, I hope. Bye-bye for now.